Today we're approaching the south boundary of 70 acres in San Pablo Canyon Ranch. It's comprised of two 35-acre tracts, and I'm staying on the road just as we approach the southern boundary of the eastern tract, which goes up this hill out of the valley bottom here that's a part of it, and then up on top where there's a road that comes around to it, and we'll drive around and take a look at the 360-degree views up there. The other 35 starts about where that little white marker is along the road there, and then it's in that square and goes to the top of that hill back up there. And the cabin sits in the trees just on that nice kind of gentle flat mesa there that drops down into the grass valley bottom down in here. So you've got a seasonal creek here that runs anytime you've got rain or snow melt, and your well depths are going to be a lot shallower on this piece of land because you're down in the valley bottoms like this. And we're standing in the meadow valley that you can see on the topo map below. We're close to the road. The cabin's up on the hill right up here in the trees. Power's up there to the cabin. And we're standing in the valley towards the road, and this valley goes for the distance of the property, the length of it to the western boundary. And you can see as by the treetops, the land is mostly very gentle. There's a lot of nice trees through there. This little valley has some good topsoil in it. You can actually do some gardening and some stuff like that here. The 35 acres that's across the road, the eastern half of this 70 acres, is this property right here, and it comes all the way down the valley bottom and then goes up on top where there's a road we'll drive around on, and you get 360-degree views up there, pretty close to it. Just want to swing around here so you can see down canyon. This is heading southwest back down to western Colorado. Through San Pablo Canyon Ranch. This is down canyon. Okay, we're still on that western 35 acres where the cabin sits. I was down here in the meadow, and we're about to walk up to the cabin, which is right up here in the trees, and go up the little driveway here and take a look at it. Okay, we're going to take a look at the outside of the cabin real quick, kind of show you how it lays out. There's a little shed back up here in the back. It's in really good shape. Has a $3,000 composting toilet in it, has power to it, and a holding tank where you fill it. I believe it's 500-gallon holding tank that you fill right there on the side. And being that you have valley bottom on this property and a lot of it, your well costs are going to be considerably less when you drill a water well for your cabin or your main home. So you come swing around here, you can rub up above the valley floor down below, and then across from us is the other 35 acres that goes up on top up there. The valley we walked in on, the southern facing valley, is right down here below us. And just show you the cabin here outside again. I'm going to take off and go inside. Porch, and we're about to go inside the little cabin here and see what it's like. It's about 400 square feet, a little more. Not completely finished, but it's finished really well. Skylights bring in some nice light. So you basically have a one-room little cabin here with a full bath. There's a closet in there. Take a look at the bathroom. Finishing out nicely. The closet in here is not finished. Just put some doors on it. Looking back at the kitchen. Electric water heater. There's a composting toilet. Perfect little guest cabin or place you want to get away to. There's a lot of wildlife in this area. We're kind of out and about in the mountains, about 40 minutes from town. But you have year-round access to it. Now we're going to take a hike up to about the center part of this land and just take a few pictures. It's going to be mostly trees, but you can get a shot. We're walking up the hill away from the cabin, heading up this way. We made it to about the center of the property where the cabin sits. You got a real nice level flat building area in here to build a main home on if you wanted, and the cabin's just below your feet. but it pretty much goes for another half-quarter mile in that direction with this type of level land. And then it starts to go up the hill again here at the end of the trees up to another bench to the northwest corner. The meadow we came in on is right down below our feet down in there in the valley. Okay, we're coming back down the hill from we almost made it to the northern boundary of the property on that level flat area up above the cabin. We're walking back to the cabin right here, and you see the valley bottom below. And we're gonna go take a look at the eastern 35 acres and drive around up on top and show you the views and what that property's like from up there. There's power up there too, so if you ever wanted to, you could sell that tract and keep this one if you wanted only. Cabin's right in there. Okay, we're driving through the valley bottom. We're about to come to this eastern tract is right up here. We're gonna be driving through this western tract, and the northern boundary is it's gonna be about right where these aspens are at. Maybe just a little bit further. We just came off of up there. The cabin's up there in the trees. Okay, we made it to the top of the property. We're basically just a little bit further along the road here, and that's the southern boundary of this top portion of the eastern tract. So we're gonna walk over here and look over the valley below and see what it looks like. You can see there's the West Spanish Peak poking through the trees right there. And we'll take a look over here. The droppings around everywhere, especially down the meadow below. Like I said, we're kind of out here and about a little bit, so there's a lot of wildlife out here, especially elk and deer. Coming over the edge, and there's power coming up here to the top, so you could build up here one day if you wanted to as well. You're gonna be able to see the cabin from here because the trees are in the way right in front of us here. Where we're overlooking the valley that runs up the western side over there. And you sure do have some tremendous views up here. Now we're walking away from the canyon rim where it drops off towards the lot 20 with the little cabin on it. We're walking away from that across the flat top up here. I'm going to show you the eastern side. There's power that runs along the road up here. Okay, the property drops off on the other side of the road that comes through the top, down about a quarter of the way down the valley floor down there. This is looking due east towards Fisher's Peak. Raton Mesa and I-25 heading south into New Mexico is right at the base of Fisher's Peak along with Trinidad, Colorado. Walk down the point here on the upper mesa. This land back over here, this direction is a part of it, that flat top. There's Fisher's Peak again back east of Trinidad. We're swing around and we're looking about southeast right now, and this is the main valley, the main canyon, San Pablo Canyon Ranch, going back down to Weston, Colorado on Highway 12. Just come around and you can see, pick up the Sangres again up from up here. Coming off the top of the eastern tract on the subdivision road, I just wanted to kind of show you what it's like. This is a little bit of a steep road. It's awfully pretty.